On the train, the general noticed something strange. A woman couldn't wake up no matter how hard others called her. After several attempts, the conductor had to give up and asked the general sitting opposite to wake her up when they reached the station. Out of kindness, the general agreed. But when the train arrived at the terminal, the general called the woman repeatedly, yet she still didn't move. It wasn't until all passengers had gotten off the train that he realized something was wrong. He immediately carried her off the train and tried to rouse her again on a bench at the platform, but there was still no response. Helpless, the general reached out to check her breath, only to be horrified to find it extremely weak. He hurried to the hospital with her in his arms. However, after a full-body examination, the doctor gave a bizarre conclusion. The woman was merely in a deep sleep. This confused the general greatly. He had never seen anyone sleep so soundly. Just as he was about to ask the doctor to check again, the woman suddenly woke up. She looked around dazedly, handed a letter to the general, and told him she needed to go to the address on it. Before the general could ask more questions, she fell into a deep sleep again instantly and didn't wake up no matter how hard everyone called. Helpless, the general opened the envelope and was shocked to find that the address on it was his own home. He then found a letter of introduction and a photo in her luggage, and only then did he realize that the woman in front of him was his fiancée whom he had never met. In fact, they grew up together as children. Seeing how well they got along, their grandfathers had set up the engagement on the spot. But after their families moved, they never saw each other again. Having learned the truth, the general had to carry her back home. His adoptive parents were astonished when they saw her, and his adoptive sister was filled with jealousy. When the general explained the woman's identity to them, his adoptive mother wore a troubled look. She had long arranged for her own daughter to marry him. His adoptive father even brought up the life-saving grace the adoptive sister had shown the general back then. Little did they know that when the general accidentally fell into the river years ago, it was this woman who had jumped into the river to save him without hesitation, while the adoptive sister only stood aside and even framed the woman for pushing him into the water. Determined, the general insisted on waiting for the woman to wake up to marry her, unaware that there were actually two souls hidden within her body.